Hi y'all, this is Mattie from Mattie's Kitchen, and that ham I cooked for Easter, I'll be cooking some beans with. I'll be using Great Northern bean. One of my subscribers suggested that, and he also said he wanted some Jiffy cornbread mix. He wants to see me make that, which is so simple. I'm glad, because I like Jiffy too. But I got cornbread on my channel if you want to check it out. Very good old-fashioned cornbread. And what I'll be using some Great Northern beans. That's the one I chose. They mentioned that, I think, more the beans. And I'll be using a little chicken broth with it. And here's a Jiffy cornbread mix. And here's my okra. I always season my beans with okra. It gives it such a good flavor. It has, a good flavor. I always do that. Here's my pepper and my salt. And here's the ham that I use. I'm not going to clean it off until I get ready to put it on. So some of them juices in there I want to mix with the beans. And here's my vegetable I'll be using. I'll be using some onions, some red peppers, some jalapeno pepper, green pepper. And I had some celery left in my refrigerator. Normally I don't use that, but I will be using it because it's just vegetables. And here's my garlic. I'll be using these, and I'm going to get back with you all when I get ready to, first thing I'm going to do is start my beans, and I'll get right back with you all. Okay, what I do, I don't rinse my northern beans until I get ready to cook them, because I do not want them to swell. Like I told you, I don't soak my beans, so I just wash them in, take some water, I put them in a strainer, pour them in. I'm going to use about half of these bags, and then I'm going to rinse it real good. You got the bad one. You got half this bag. This was how many pounds? This was a 32-ounce thing, beans, 2 pounds of northern beans. I'm gonna use probably about a half of this bag, maybe a little bit more than a half, about 3/4 of it. And I'm gonna wash them, and I'm gonna get back with you. Okay, I fully washed and cleaned my beans, got the bad ones out. And what I do, I normally put my meat in my, when I'm cooking my beans, because it takes about that time. If I'm cooking a ham hocks, and I cook that a little long, about 30 minutes. And then I add my beans, because they're going to take these beans about a good 2 hours and maybe 30 minutes to cook. But like I say, since I have a fully cooked ham that I cooked for Easter, and I told you I was going to make some, the ham was already fully cooked, so I won't put them in with the beans. And put some vegetables in and let the beans do their thing, and then add the ham in. Probably about 35 to 40 minutes left of cooking of the beans. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with my vegetables. I just put any leftover vegetables in here. Just put some. You don't matter how you cut them, because like I said, they're going to cut off. These are red bell peppers. You want to season your bean, because the ham is already seasoned with all the stuff I put on. Got a little sweet stuff and, a little sweet pineapple juice and stuff. But, so I cut this up in some bell peppers and onion. It don't matter. Don't waste your time in cutting this big, because you're wasting your time. They're going to cook long ways. And then to me, I like for my vegetables to be kind of big. I want to simmer a little bit. And like I said, normally I don't put red peppers in, red bell pepper, because I had it in the refrigerator and I didn't want to get rid of it, so I'm putting it in here. I always put a lot of onions in here. And this is just to season the beans, and I'm going to put a little broth, salt and pepper. I don't put nothing else in. I don't put garlic powder in mine, because I have fresh garlic. And see these garlics, I'm going to put about, I got about 8 cloves I'm going to put in here. So you don't need to, and you don't need to cut them. Just put them in there. And I have these leftover celeries. I'm going to put this in here too. Normally I don't put that in there, but they're just vegetables. And they're going to give it a good taste. And all you need, I'm going to put some chicken broth in here too to season it good. And that ham going to do it. But I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to let the ham cook probably about a good 30, maybe 45 minutes left. Now this is the kick. I always use jalapeno pepper. Some people don't. I do. But I might put a little hot sauce in here too. Just a little bit. But right now I'm starting with the peppers. That's seasoned good. I'm going to put all this pepper in here. Let these cook. Then I'll put the broth. Put a little salt and pepper in it. And that's all you need for beans. Don't overpower. If you do, only with vegetables, not all that type of seasoning. You don't need that. So when these cook, you won't see none of these vegetables. You might see a little red spots, what make it look good to me. That's why I like to put vegetables in it. When you see vegetables and beans, you more likely you're going to eat them. So I'm going to put this onion in here and call it a day. Let these cook for about an hour. I'm going to check them after an hour. I'm going to cook them medium. I let mine cook, you know, kind of high until they boiled. Okay, that's I'm gonna pour this broth in here. And when you're cooking, it's the whole thing. This is one of those quarts of broccoli. I'm gonna put a little water in here too. And this seasoned really good. And normally I would put just a tap of sugar in here, but I won't because my ham has the season on it, you know. So I'm gonna let my beans do their thing. And like I said, put some pepper in, cut my stove to high. I always cut my stove high, and once it starts boiling, I cut it down low. I'm gonna have to add a little water in this too. Just put some pepper and salt in here. And it is gonna be so good, y'all. I always say that, I mean, you might have to add a little water. But the trick to Great Northern beans, any beans that are white, Great Northern, navy beans, you know, sometimes Lima beans, they're not white, but any beans that's white gonna swell up and they're gonna make like mashed potatoes. So you're gonna leave more water in white beans than you would in like pinto beans and stuff, black eyed peas. Black eyed peas do the same thing. So you have to put a little water. When you finish cooking, have some water in your pot. So I'm gonna cover these, and I probably won't need no more water other than this. And I'm gonna let these cook out in the stove high. Put this top on them. I'm gonna let them do their thing, and I'm gonna get back. I got the onions, the green pepper, the red pepper, jalapeno pepper, garlic, and onions. And also broth and a little water, salt and pepper. Okay, get back with you all. Okay, here's a ham. I left some of that sugar on the ham. I'm gonna set this ham bone in here, and I'm gonna put a little bit more water in here. Just a little bit more water. Cause like I say, with Lima beans, anything that's white, navy bean, northern bean, it takes a lot more water. When you finish the product, have to have a lot of little water, much water, because if not, the next day they could turn like mashed potatoes. So I'm gonna take and put this ham bone in here. I'm gonna take it and put it like this right in this pot. Oh, this thing's heavy. Put it right in here and let it finish cooking. In fact, I'm gonna change this pot because this is kind of small. I'm gonna change it off camera and I'm gonna go and cook it for another about 40 minutes. Okay, I'll get back with you. Like I said, I'm gonna change pots because this ham is kind of big. Okay, what I'm gonna do, y'all, I changed pots because I wanted my ham to, you know, the juice from the beans and stuff, from my navy beans, I want them to, you know, soak into the ham. I'm gonna put my okra. This is what I do. I always put okra on the side. Now this is optional, but it make beans, oh, you wouldn't imagine if you don't like them. If you don't like them, just take them out. And, you know, you just want the seasoner. Put them on the side. So I got these, I always just lay them on the side of your pot. And the seasoner from the okra gonna make these beans taste so good. Like I said, the pot wasn't deep enough, and this bone of the ham was kind of sticking out, so I wanted to go in there. I'm gonna let these cook and let them cook on the side. Just put them on the side of your pot. I'm putting a lot because I love okra. You don't have to put these many, but like I said, the okra make it taste so good. Try it. And they're not slimy like y'all think they are. Well, people say they're slimy, but they're not. So put some of these juice on here. See, my beans, and let them cook. By the time these okra get done, the beans will be ready. Okay, make sure you have enough water, and like I said, have enough water in them, because these get you lose a lot of water from these. Okay, then I'm gonna let these cook and get back with you. Okay, somebody on my channel asked me how to cook Jiffy cornbread. That person must really like it. And it's so simple. I'm gonna use 3 packets of Jiffy. The package say 1 egg and 1/3 cup of milk, you know, for each. That's what the package say. And it cooked from 15 to 20 minutes. I said maybe 2 eggs. It's according to how big the eggs are or how small the egg. I normally use 2 eggs. Now these 3, I'm gonna use 5 eggs. And they said cook from 15 to 20 minutes. That's what the package say. I am gonna cook mine for about 20 to 25, maybe 25 to 30 minutes until brown, until it's golden brown. So I'm gonna put these eggs in here. These 5 eggs, like I said, the package said 1 per package, 1 egg per package, but I use about 1.5 for each one. So since I'm cooking 3 boxes, I'm gonna put that in there. I'm gonna put a little, put a little butter, and I always put a little butter in mine. Just a little butter. It's good. You don't have to box them cold, and then, like I say, I'm not good with bacon because I add other stuff to it. I got to get my sugar and my milk. Okay, I'm going to put a little sugar in here. Like I said, it box on call for sugar. I always put sugar and butter in there. And butter. I put butter in there. And I'm now going to put a little milk. You know, it says a 1/3 cup of milk, but you pour it until you stir it up, and then you look at it. You can judge by that. And here's my oil pan here. I'm going to put some of this oil in here just a little bit because it's a lot. Put just a little bit in there. Now, this is how I cook my Jiffy cornbread. But if you don't like the way I cook mine, just look on the box. Just tell you exactly how it is. Like I said, I never stick to measurements and stuff. And I just put, it says 1 egg, I just put 2. But follow the instructions and stir it up really good. And when you're cooking cornbread, Jiffy cornbread, don't stir it up too much. Just make sure the cornbread mix. I think the box says that too. Just mix it up really good and make sure you be able to pour. Now, I don't know how much milk I put in here. I know I put 5 eggs in here, and I know I put about a good 2 pinches of sugar in here and a little butter. But like you say, I don't know how much milk I pour because I'm just going to stir it to it. Get, to pour. Just to put a little bit more milk in here. I think this is probably the easiest thing. I think everybody cook Jiffy. But if you want some good cornbread, tastes better than Jiffy to me, check out my channel. I got some good homemade honey. I got honey in there. I got everything in there. Just check it out and try it if you don't want to cook some Jiffy. But like I said, Jiffy's good too, especially mine. Okay, I got this stirred. I'm going to put it in this pan. And the reason I'm using this long pan, well, I have 3 boxes. And the reason I'm using this because I like thin cornbread. I don't like thick cornbread. So I'm going to pour this in here and put it in the oven. See, pour it in there. Simple. This is why I think teenagers make Jiffy cornbread. Everybody makes that. Like I said, it's easy and it tastes good too. Pretty good. But like I said, if you want some better one, try my homemade cornbread from the scratch. Okay, I'm going to shake this out and put this in the oven. And I'm going to get back with you. Let it cook for about, like I said, about 20 to 25 minutes until brown, golden brown. Shake this up, put it in there. And I'm going to get back with you. Okay, y'all, here's the finishing touch of my great northern bean with my ham and seasoning, all my vegetables and stuff. And the ham, see, this is the ham, is broke, it come off. I let it cook for about 45 minutes in here. See all that ham? And this is good. And like I said, the okra is on the side. Reason I put okra in mine is for the taste. I also like okra, but if you don't like okra, you don't have to eat okra. Don't put it in there. But if you want a delicious taste, try the okra. You don't have to eat them, but you want that taste in them. And here's the cornbread for the person on YouTube that asked me. Look like a sheet cake. It's so good. And I'll be putting this on a plate, and I'll get back with you all. Here's the finishing touch of my great northern beans and my ham, the ham that I cooked for Easter. All the meat fell off the bone. It is so delicious. And my cornbread, that's Jiffy. Like I said, if you want to cook homemade cornbread, check my channel out. But this Jiffy is very good because I season the way that I like to season. And the ham is all through it. The okra you don't have to eat, but like I said, okra season these beans so good. Thank you again for tuning into Mattie's Kitchen, and share this recipe with others. And if you like this video, stay tuned to the next one that's coming up. Thank you and have a great day.